Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? It is currently about 5:30 and this is gonna be a really short vlog. Because I have to get to Tanya early because we have a business meeting for our meeting tonight, which is kind of like just the checks and balances and voting in, like, you know, new members as far as like positions and things like that, because like for meetings you have like positions like secretary and things like that, and so we have regular business meetings, and so we have a business meeting tonight and we have to get there early because it is like earlier in the meeting and I have to get ready, you know. So anyway, I just have to get ready, and that means that I have to start getting ready earlier. So this vlog is going to be short. Alex just walked in the door from work, and I was like putting up this video for my Peter Does Stuff channel. I showed my entire Birkenstock collection today, and a riveting video from Peter Monn. And so Alex was feeding little Boo Radley. I had gone down there earlier because I was doing some laundry, and he hadn't finished eating his last meal from last night. And so I was like, Boo Radley, why are you not eating? Like, I don't understand why you're not eating. And so when Alex came in, I said, and that was just like a half an hour before then, and I said, he still hasn't eaten his last dinner from last night, so I don't know what's going on. And Alex went down there and he like showed me his plate, and he was like, well, he finished it. So he gave him some more dinner, and little Boo Radley came outside and he was running around earlier, and then I was talking to my neighbor across the street. We talked for a while, and he's like really trying to sell me. This is not the guy that I saw that had those, what are those? I can't remember what those shoes are called now. Those like running, walking shoes that everybody talks about. They're not called Rokus. What are they called? But they're something like that. They're like real short. Why can't I remember what those shoes are called? Anyway, but he wears them too, to just walk around the neighborhood and stuff, and he's like, oh, it's like walking on a cloud. But he was telling me he didn't really like the colors of them, and I said, oh, well, I think the colors are kind of fun. I really like them. And I said, that's why I noticed them on that neighbor, is because of the colors. And so he was telling me which ones, Roka, I don't know, but anyway, he was telling me which ones to buy if I was going to buy them. And then I made a cup of coffee from my Cafe du Monde K-Pods that somebody sent me. I have been finding that late at night, like when I'm watching TV shows, I don't know if it's because I watch a lot of like, you know, crime shows, thrillers and stuff like that, and they're like drinking coffee in it or whatever, but I find myself wanting a cup of coffee. But now, because I've said that I'm only going to allow myself like one cup of coffee a day, obviously I'm not going to have a cup of coffee, you know, at 10 o'clock at night or something like that. So last night I got on Amazon and I ordered 2 boxes of decaf K-Pods. I ordered Tim Hortons coffee, which I've heard good things about, but I've never had before. So I ordered Tim Hortons, and I don't know what the other brand was that I bought, but it was like each one of the boxes had like 12 K-Pods in them, and I thought, well, I can try it that way. I know a lot of people don't like decaf coffee. I don't mind decaf coffee, you know. I mean, coffee is, I don't think it tastes as good as regular coffee, but I don't notice like a huge difference in it. Like when Tanya and I, when we always go through Starbucks, she always gets a decaf because she said that the caffeine like is too much for her, but then she'll get like a real cup of coffee when we go to the meeting, and then she'll get a fountain pop afterwards. And I'm like, well, yeah, probably if you're drinking that much caffeine, you know? So anyway, I'm excited about seeing her tonight. I'm excited about seeing some of our friends. Usually when we have a business meeting, there's like more people there than usual, so hopefully I'll see some people that I haven't seen for a while tonight, which will be nice. Last night, what was last night? Monday night. This going to bed early thing, you guys, is for the birds, okay? And let me just tell you why. Because what happens is, every single time that I go to bed early, okay? Like last night I went to bed early, and I was like, I'm just gonna sleep through the night, and then I can get up, because I wanted to get a bunch of stuff done today. So I was like, I'm gonna get up, early, like 8 or 9, and then I knew it was going to be nice outside today. It was like, it's been like 50, well, Tanya said it was 54. I think it was supposed to be 57. Maybe that's tomorrow. It's really a pretty day outside. Here, let me show you the sky outside. It's like a really pretty, like, winter day in Indianapolis outside. I mean, I wouldn't even consider 54 in February a winter day. So it's like a really nice day outside. And I was like, I want to sit outside and I'll, like, you know, get up early, and then I can, like, have some coffee and read my meditations and, you know, do my prayers and all that kind of stuff, and you know, do like a morning, like, oral gratitude list. And I still have not started my written gratitude list yet. I know, I got my notebooks and everything, and they're sitting out, the green one's sitting out there, and I'm like, every night I'm like, I need to start this. And then, so this is what happens. So I go to bed, and last night I went to bed about 11 o'clock and set my alarms and everything, and then I wake up in the middle of the night, and, well, usually what happens is Boo Radley wakes up, and he has to go potty out, you know, outside in the middle of the night, and so I take him outside. And, like, last night, it was, like, right at 3 o'clock that he woke up. It's like, it seems like it's always, like, right at 3 o'clock. So he woke up at, like, 3 o'clock, and he was, like, walking around the bed and jumping off the bed, and I could tell he wanted to go outside, so I took him outside, and he walks all over. Like, I mean, it's like a 10-minute outside deal, you know? And I like him to, like, be able to do that, and then I come inside, and I give him some treats, and then I take him upstairs to bed, and I get him back into bed and get him all cozy and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Well, then I'm up, you guys, and I was, like, really, really, like, craving water last night for some reason. She's, like, running down the street listening to her music. I was, like, really craving, like, ice cold water last night, and so I just stood in the kitchen and I, like, started chugging this water. Well, then I was, like, up. I was like, oh, I know what happened. Okay, so after I got done vlogging last night, got done with all my stuff, Alex took me to Subway for me to get a Subway sandwich. Did I? Oh, I came back after that and I vlogged a little bit, didn't I? So yeah, so when I got done vlogging and doing all that kind of stuff, I sat down and I started eating my Subway sandwich, and then, oh, which was so delicious. I'm, like, so obsessed with the Sub Veggie Delight, with all the lettuce and the vegetables. And okay, this is what I get on my Subway Veggie Delight. I get a foot-long whole wheat, Veggie Delight on whole wheat, or I just say veggie. She knows what it means. She's so sweet, the woman that works in there. It's the same woman, like, every time. And so I get a foot-long veggie on whole wheat with pepper jack cheese, and then a lot of lettuce, and then I get banana. The first time I got it, like, a week or two ago, I got cucumbers, but I haven't been getting cucumbers on there because I don't know. I just don't. I like cucumbers, but I just don't like it on this sandwich. And then I get banana peppers, green peppers, onions, and lots of black olives. And then I get mayonnaise, and I get just a little bit of yellow mustard, and then shake black pepper on it. Oh my God, it's so good. So anyway, so I sat down, and then I got my lemonade and my 2 white chip macadamia nut cookies, which I think I actually still have one of the cookies left. I think I only ate one of them last night because I got so full. And I started watching this week's episode of The Last of Us. And I got, like, halfway through of it. I don't know, last week's episode was so powerful. The show is good. Like, the show is really, really good. But I felt like it was really slow this week for some reason. And so, I got, like, halfway through, and I was like, I'm gonna lay down and go to bed. Like, I'm tired. I can just watch this one other night. Because, like I said, like, most of my shows, other than La Brea, which I don't even think La Brea comes out this week. I think it comes out next week. My other shows don't come out till Thursday and Friday. So I have to wait till all of my shows come out on Thursday and Friday. So, I went to bed, and like I said, I woke up at, like, 3 o'clock. And so then Boo Radley, got him, like, settled in bed again and stuff. And then I was, like, wide awake. And then it's, like, 3:30, and I'm like, okay. And I knew if I lay down, I would just toss and turn and toss and turn and toss and turn, right? So I was like, well, I'm going to watch, like, one episode of something. So I've been watching this Your Honor because Caroline told me that it was really good. And so I'm like, well, last night I thought I was, like, halfway through the 4th episode, but I guess I was, like, at the beginning of the 4th episode. I don't know. So I watched the 4th episode and the 5th episode of Your Honor. And then I was like, okay, it's time to go to bed. And so I went to bed and tossed and turned and couldn't fall asleep. Somebody said something on here recently. They commented about there's some kind of like sleep pattern that some people do where it's like you sleep for 4 hours and then you get up and you do a bunch of stuff and then you sleep for another 4 hours later in the day, which would totally be good for me because it's like I can take these like long naps, but I don't know. It's like, I don't know. And I was talking to Tanya about it, and she's like, I'm exactly the same way. She's like, you know, she's like, if I go to bed at like anywhere between like 9 and midnight, she was like, I wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning and then I can't go back to sleep. And that's the problem, is I just can't, you know? And so, and you know, the thing that is so strange is like when I wasn't filming videos last spring and all that, you know, and I was going to bed, I mean, almost every night between like 9 and 10, and I would get up at like between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning, like every morning. I would go to sleep at 9 o'clock, like, you know, 9 and 10, get in bed, and I was like, get up, like wide awake between like 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was, I don't know, I was kind of like on that schedule. And then this has happened, you know, this getting out of that schedule. I don't know how to get back into it unless I start going to get bed again at between 9 and 10 o'clock at night. But Alex doesn't even go to bed that early. So he goes to bed early, but he doesn't, I mean, he gets into bed between like 9 and 10 unless we're watching TV. But he doesn't go to bed that early. Like, I mean, he plays this game and looks at TikToks, and sometimes he watches TV shows till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, he doesn't go to bed that early. So it just kind of depends on what he's doing that night or his interest. Sometimes he goes to bed real early, whatever. But he doesn't seem to be somebody that, like, one night affects the next. Like, for me, it seems that way. I don't know. So I got to fix this sleeping pattern of mine. And yeah, so I got up today. And it was just like so nice outside, and I was talking to my neighbor, and I was watching my neighbors walk by, and Boo Radley and I went out, you know, and just did some stuff around the house, cleaned up, and my new Birkenstocks came, which is why I wanted to do the Birkenstock video. And then my neighbors are leaving right now. You can see her backing out of her driveway. I can see in their window across the street when she backs out. I know all of the business in the neighborhood. I was telling my neighbor across the street, I was telling him about, well, we were talking about like HOA stuff and whatever. Somebody backed into the brick wall that's like of the gate. So we have like a wall all the way around our neighborhood, like a brick wall. And somebody backed into this one area of it and like just completely took it out. It's like down there, and it's been like a big point of like gossip in the neighborhood for a while, and they've just left it. Like, they haven't cleaned it up. They haven't, they put something out saying that they were talking to contractors or whatever to see, like, to get the best bid on who was going to fix it or whatever. But it's literally at this point been like 2 months, you guys. Well, so their son and his girlfriend were home for Christmas. And they walked down and looked at it. Because remember, I was like vlogging, I think, when they went down and looked at it. And they said that it was like the big talk of the neighborhood or something. And that had happened like 2 weeks. It had happened like 2 weeks before that. So yeah, it has been almost 2 months. And it's just bricks everywhere. Like, not in the middle of the street, but like in the grass and stuff like that. And it's just like, and it looks horrible. And it's like, I can't believe that they haven't fixed it now. But what they'll do is, even though it was one person in the neighborhood, it'll end up being all of us that have to, they'll split the cost between all of us. And that crap, like, they always do stuff like that. But to keep the neighborhood looking nice is what they'll say. So he and I were talking about that today. And his wife does a lot of volunteer stuff, and her they volunteer at the same place. And so his days are Thursdays and her days are Tuesdays. And and then I was like, so I was rescheduling all these appointments because, so I have my tooth extraction tomorrow morning at 8:20, which I'm so not excited about. Alex is going to take me to it, but I'm just kind of like trying not to get nervous about it or whatever, and just be like, it is what it is. It'll be fine. And oh, there she goes again. She's doing circles, running circles. I need to get out there and get running. But I'm just like, I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. You know, whatever. I don't know what my feeling is going to be as far as like filming videos tomorrow. And I didn't really film many videos. I haven't been filming videos. And so I'm like, okay, I got to get like, well, that's not true. I've been filming at least my vlog and drama videos like every day. But today I didn't even film a drama video. There just wasn't like tons going on that I really wanted to talk about. And I got on Twitter and I just was like looking at stuff, and I just was like, you know what? I'm taking a day off filming any drama stuff today. And, so I don't know how I'm going to feel, but then on Thursday, Caroline's picking me up for Cousin Fun Day. And so she's going to help me go and run a bunch of errands. And I have quite a few things I need to go do on Thursday. So I don't know, depending on what time I get home, like I'll still film my vlog. I'll film my vlog tomorrow and I'll film it on Thursday unless I feel like crap and my tooth is hurting. And in that case, I'll put something out. But I think I should be okay. I mean, he said that I would be fine like later that afternoon. So, but anyway, I got this text today from my hairstylist, because she puts out like confirmation texts about my hair appointment for tomorrow afternoon. And I was like, oh my God, do I have a hair appointment tomorrow afternoon? And so I went in and I looked, because the last time I was there, I had scheduled like four appointments in a row. Sure enough, I had an appointment and I hadn't written it in my book because I hadn't transferred those appointments to my book. And then my therapist was sick on Monday, and I was supposed to have an appointment with him individually tomorrow. Was it tomorrow or was it? Oh yeah, I was supposed to have an appointment with him tomorrow. But I don't know how I'm going to feel after this thing. And so I said, can we reschedule that? And he was like, yeah, I can either do Thursday or I can do next week. And so I was like, he was like 1 o'clock on Thursday, which is when Caroline's picking me up. And so I said, well, Thursday is like the day that my cousin comes. And so he was like, okay, well, you know, so we were like scheduling all that. And then I was trying to get an appointment with my spine specialist, and by the time that I finally got done to all of that, their office was closed for the day. I just was like, oh my God, it was a lot. It was like trying to get all these appointments scheduled and whatever. And I was actually talking to Tanya about that earlier. And I said, I just feel like I'm either like going to appointments or I'm scheduling appointments, you know? So, but got all of that situated and got all this stuff in my book, in my calendar book. So now I know when my appointments are. Everything's scheduled. And, yeah, and I don't feel too bad about the video thing. Like I said the other day, you know, it's like between now and like when Alex leaves, like I'm not going to stress myself out about it, you know, because when he's gone, I'm going to have nothing but videos to make. You know, I can make videos at 7 o'clock at night when he's gone. I've been trying to like, when he comes home, not like, I mean, if he comes home at like 4 or 5, you know, and I'm still filming till 6, that's one thing. But like after 6 o'clock, back in the day, I did that a lot. You know, if we were sitting there watching TV and something popped off at like 8 o'clock at night, I'd be like, babe, do you care if I like pull out the ring light and film the video? I don't do that anymore. You know, people ask me a lot like why I don't live stream as much, which I am going to live stream while he's gone. I think I'm going to do 2 live streams. I think I'm going to do one just for the vlog, and I'm going to do it on the vlog YouTube channel. And then I think I'm also going to do one on the drama channel, on my Peter Monn channel. So I'll do 2 live streams while he's gone, because I feel like, you know, that'll be a fun time to do it, you know? But I used to live stream a lot, and so, like, I mean, several times a week, and people ask me, they're like, why don't you live stream as much anymore? And I'm just like, well, you know, when Alex comes home in the evening, like, I like to spend time with him and, you know, hang out, even if we're not just, like, right there next to each other. It's like, I also want him to be able to relax. You know, my husband's worked, you know, all day long. And so for him to come home and have to have, you know, earphones on in the bedroom, which he's nice enough to do, like, on the weekends and stuff like that, so that I can film videos. You know, I don't always want to ask him to do that. So, no, like, if something pops off at, like, 8 o'clock at night, I'm like, that video can wait till tomorrow to make. I don't feel any more like this rush to have to make that video like I used to. And, and I know that people that, like, enjoy my channel will watch it tomorrow, or they'll watch it today whenever I post it, which is, you know, it's so nice. It was interesting because the other night, like, I woke up and I had forgotten to post my vlog, and it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. And so I posted my vlog at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I think some of you probably noticed that the other day. And it was like really, really late. And I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to post this because I had fallen asleep. And I just was like, all of a sudden I just was like, oh my God, I forgot to post my vlog. And so anyway, I can't remember what night it was, but one of those nights. And people still watch the vlog. They still, you know, like it didn't really matter like when I posted it. So I feel very grateful. I feel so grateful that you guys will, you know, not just on this channel, but any of my channels, watch when I post it and if I post it and whatever. And you guys are so gracious. I mean, there were so many comments that people were like, if you need to take some time, take some time. And I just really appreciate that, you know? And it's like, yeah, so I think sometimes for me, it's like I beat myself up about it because it's like, it's not like I have tons to do, right? So for me, although I have been listening to a lot of my audiobook today, I love this Courtney Summers book, I'm the Girl. I know it's getting, like I said yesterday, it's getting a lot of mixed reviews, but I really like it. But, you know, it's like, okay, so there's no reason for me not to, you know, pump out 4 to 5 videos a day, but I don't want to just put out videos to put out videos. Like, I want to put out videos that, like, I like the Birkenstock thing that I did today, even though it seems like kind of a lame video. Like, I really love Birkenstocks. Like, I really love talking about them, and I really love, like, showing them and, you know, getting online and seeing which new ones there are. And so, like, that's a fun video for me to do. You know, the vlog, getting on here every day and talking to you guys, like, that's something that I love to do. The drama and finding out what's going on and having an opinion about it, like, that's really enjoyable for me to do. Like, that's, I love that, you know. The Peterisms, reading the meditations, I love that. The book stuff, now that I'm, like, posting booktube videos again, I'm really enjoying that. And the review stuff, I'm just having hard stuff, you know, I'm having a hard time finding stuff to review right now. I actually have quite a few things inside to review. Somebody sent me a heated vest. A company sent me a heated vest to, they asked me if I would review it, and I said, yeah, if you send it to me, you know, like, I'll give you an honest review of what I think about it. And I have some candles and some oil, scented oil, that somebody sent me to review. And then I also have, well, like I said the other day, like the birdhouses that I'm going to do, like, in the spring, probably closer to the spring. And then I also have this, like, iced coffee maker that somebody just sent me in my PO unboxing, so I want to do that as well. So I do have a couple things over there. I know I bought some, like, these little funny noise makers that I want to review. So I do have some things that I can review, but I think that people really enjoy more when I do, like, food items and stuff like that. So I just need to go to the grocery store. You know, Tanya and I always go to the gas station on the way home after our meeting. Maybe tonight, when we're at the gas station, I'll look around and I'll see if I can find anything to review for tomorrow. So, on the heels of me getting a tooth extracted, let me review some food item, right? Or maybe I'll just take the whole day off tomorrow and I won't feel good and I'll say, you know what, I'm just going to take the whole day off. And it is what it is, you know. I just feel so blessed that I get to do this every day. It's like I never in a million years would have imagined, you know, 6 years ago that this would have been my life. I would never have imagined it. And I would offer that as, you know, hope for anybody out there that, I don't know, okay, I didn't necessarily go into this whole thing, like when I started BookTube, as like, okay, this is going to be my career, this is what I'm going to do. I never thought that way, you know. For those of you out there that want to believe otherwise, I don't really care. Like, I never really went into it like, okay, this is it just kind of morphed into this thing. And so, for those of you out there, keep hoping and dreaming. Like, you know, I mean, I feel like when opportunity meets desire and you're open to the world and to the universe, like, your life can turn into something fantastic that you didn't expect, right? And that's what happened to me with YouTube. Like, I've met so many amazing people. I've met, you know, talked to so many of you and interacted with so many of you. And, oh, and I have to do the unboxing of Koei's 1,000 Cranes. So I still want to do that, but I want to do it like in a, you know, special and show it really nicely and all that kind of stuff. And Alex and I were actually talking about the other day. I haven't opened the box yet because I want to be surprised on camera. But Alex and I were talking the other day about different places that we could actually put it and trying to, like, figure all of that out. So, yeah, but the Vloggerino group has been fantastic, you know, and I just, you know, and even going all the way back to like BookTube, people that I met originally from BookTube. I mean, there are people that still watch, like there are people that watch my vlog every single day, that watched my BookTube videos, like my very first BookTube videos, which is just like unbelievable to me that you've been here for 6.5 years of this ride. I mean, it's incredible, you know, it's a blessing. It is a huge blessing, and I'm so grateful for it. And I don't know, it's like relationships we build with people in our lives, whether they're online or they're in real life, you know, don't ever take them lightly, you know. So, all right, I'm gonna get off here now, and I'm gonna go get ready. And this coffee from Cafe du Monde is delicious, very strong but delicious. I love it. I'm gonna go get ready. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And I hope you're having a magically amazing Tuesday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. And you might be cheering them up, putting a smile on their face, making their day and making them happy. And also, remember to be kinder to one another, love one another a little bit more, and be kinder and love yourselves a little bit more. And I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.